Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm not in my tent right now because it's very hot today. It's still very hot. It's been hot for the past 10 days. It had been in the upper 90s and even reached over 100 degrees 3 consecutive days. Today is also another struggle. I did in the description put a link to my GoFundMe that was set up by friends of mine. The funds don't go to me, they go to them, and they appropriate any funds as needed. So if you're wondering who is managing the GoFundMe account, it's some people that I met who want me to be off the street and not sleeping in a tent because they know there's no help from social services or any of these other organizations. Now, in one of my later videos, I'm going to call all these organizations and prove to you that there's really no help for someone in my situation. I do kind of have a part-time job, but I don't even call it a part-time job because I don't even work part-time. I work a little bit of the time, so I call it a little-time job. I had a job, but they let me go for reasons out of my control. I didn't do anything wrong. And it's hard to keep a job where I live because everyone's just so concentrating on the negative. What are you doing wrong? What are you doing wrong? What are you doing wrong? Instead of pointing out the things I'm doing right and putting that to the side and then going back to the things that are causing difficulty. I'm making these videos because I am trying to get help and get off the street and get out of my tent and stay fresh for my little time job so I can find a better job. I tried to go to someone's house who I thought was a friend. I go there and I knock on the door, ring the camera bell, and he's talking to me through the doorbell. I guess he doesn't want to come to the door. I told him my situation. He's like, "Oh, I can't help you." I said, I asked if he could share my GoFundMe. He's like, "I'll think about it." Okay, that's fine. So I had left his property and I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes go by. I guess he called the police. I had to talk my way out of the police taking me to the local hospital. I don't know what he said to them, but they were going to take me to the hospital, and I told them I'm not sick. I'm not in a health emergency. I'm just trying to find someone to help me get off the street. Maybe someone knows a place I can go and get a job where I don't have to, like, you know, where they'll just give me a shot off the street. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, I'm at the library now, and I was using the internet to apply to other companies and make a resume, update my resume. So if you're watching this and you know me, it would be nice to hear from you. You know how to reach me. It's not that hard. I have Facebook. For those of you who don't know me, I'm asking for help. I'm not asking for a lot. It's not a lot. I'm just trying to get off the street. Maybe get a hotel room for a week or two. That'll help me save some money that I'm getting from my little time job. So it's been a struggle, and I'm going to be sharing my struggles with you, and hopefully at some point, me making these videos, each video will bring good news with each upload. I'm really kind of winging it too. I didn't really sit down and put pen to paper and think about an identity for this channel. I'm sure an identity for this channel will be assumed at some point, or maybe it already has an identity and I just haven't labeled it yet. But for those of you who are worried about me, and here I am, I'm still breathing, I'm still kicking. I'm still here, I'm not giving up. And for those of you who are thinking other things, I want to reiterate that I'm not a drinker, I'm not a user, I don't have any issues going on up here. Everyone else likes to give their strong opinion, but I refuse to see it their way, and that's their opinion, because they're not living my life at all. So, again, I'm asking for help to try and get off the street, or at least someone who can tell me where to get a job. I mean, I kind of have a job, but it's not, like I said, I just started doing it. I'm detailing vehicles at a dealership. I've only worked 2 days. They hired me in the slow season, so I can learn. That way, when it gets busier, I'll just be able to jump right in and not have to worry about someone stopping me because I'm making mistakes. We all make mistakes. Failure is a pathway to success. And if I have to fail 10,000 times, 1,000,000 times before I find success, then so be it. So be it. Today, my mission was to come to the library and get some work done on the computers, and I've done that. I do plan on going back to social services and seeing if they can put me back in a shelter, but it's already late in the day. So by the time I get there, they'll be closed. They're only open during regular business hours. I could call 211, but they're only going to give me references again. So, and you know, I should really be keeping this to myself, perhaps, but I'm at the point where I really need help. I really need help. And I would appreciate any help that I would receive, but my main objective is to get off the street and find stable housing, even if it's temporary stable housing. There are no organizations that are really going to help me, because I'm not part of a protected class. I have no disabilities, and you know, I'm just down on my luck, struggling. And so that's why I'm making these videos, so I can share my struggle with you. And maybe it'll help me reconnect with somebody that I'm fond of still, haven't seen in about 2 years. And I wish that she and her had a better outcome from our friendship, or whatever it was. I'm not going to mention any names. She could be watching, or her friends could be watching, and they're right in the next town over. So I know I'm not welcome there, and I tried to make amends by sending, just letting it all out, and when I was with this young woman, she's a little bit younger than me, but close to the same age. When we were hanging out together, it was really good chemistry. We were really getting along really well. Or maybe I thought it was all just in my head. But she later ditched me, I guess for good reason. I get ditched by a lot of people. It's hard for me to make and keep friends because a lot of people aren't going to be friends with you unless you check off their box. Well, you know what they can do with that box that they want to check? They can shove it. They can shove that box where the sun don't shine. Psh, okay? So I'm not always going to be asking for help in every video. I am going to be giving updates. I will be channeling my inner Walt Disney and telling stories sometimes just to drag the video out from being monotonous and redundant. But I do want these videos to be seen and get out to the right people. I am not trying to become popular. I do not want to be the next YouTube star. But if that happens, I guess it happens, right? Whatever happens, happens. As an old friend used to say to me, whatever happens, happens, right? You just gotta let it be. Like the Beatles. So I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I'm gonna say farewell for now. Hopefully next time I make a video, I'll have an update for you, a positive update. Maybe I made some money. Maybe someone got me a hotel room. Maybe someone's gonna let me crash on their couch. Because I'm not getting help from all these other places that have been pegged to help the needy. There's no real help for the homeless. New Jersey has to be the worst state to be homeless. Has to be. Has to be one of the worst states. Just because there's just like an illusion of help. And every time you express yourself and talk about a situation, someone always wants to tell you to calm down and relax. Calm down, relax. You're all worked up. Well, if you were in my position, you'd be all worked up too, you know, trying to go here, there, and everywhere, all over God's green earth, trying to find help to get off the street. And there's no real help for someone like me, able-bodied, healthy. I have all my faculties about me, sharp as a tack. I have to go and lie. Say I'm a user, or I'm a drinker, or or I'm disabled. I'm not gonna lie. I'm too honest. I'm not gonna do that. And like I said, if I have to fail a million times before I find success, then so be it. It's a part of life. So I'm gonna end this now, and if you're watching and you know me, please reach out to me. You know where to find me. You know how to contact me. I really need help. Like, I need help. And I'm doing the best I can out here, but it's a struggle. So I'll check back with you later, make another video, maybe tell another story. Well, tell a story. The only story I'm telling you right now is mine. But I'll be okay, I guess. I'm a trooper. I refuse to stay down. I've taken my lumps and my bumps, and I still came out the other side without too much of a problem. I mean, being homeless isn't really good. Sleeping in a tent at night isn't really good, especially my tent. where the door doesn't close and the screen has holes in it, so mosquitoes and other flying insects are getting in, biting me up. You should see my legs. I would roll up my pant leg, but I'm afraid I might get flagged for something. So just imagine both my legs around my knees, just all bit up, all up my thigh, on both sides. And I wear long pants. How does that even happen? Maybe I should try tucking them in, the ends of my pants, into my socks at night, so that way the bugs don't get up in there. I used to be a size 40 waist at the beginning of the year. I'm now down to probably a 34. I'm right now wearing a pair of jeans that say they're a 36 waist, but they kind of stretch. So do they stretch to 36 inches? They're loose on me. I'm gonna need a belt soon. They're not at the point to where they're falling down, but I'm at the point to where I'm losing weight rapidly. And it's from walking around a lot. Like, that's all I do, because there isn't, where I live, it's all businesses. The only place I can hang out is at the mall, and I'm not gonna go all the way over there to hang out. What am I gonna do there? Sit there, look broke, just to be cool, get out of the heat? I'd come to the library to do that. They're gonna be closing at 5 o'clock soon, so I gotta find somewhere else to go after here. It isn't gonna be any friends or family house, that's for sure. They know my situation, and I mean, I guess they tried to help, but they don't want to help me anymore. So here I am, making videos, putting them on YouTube. I'm actually thinking about starting a TikTok also, but I still don't know how to navigate that at the moment. So I hope you all have a nice day, and remember that just be nice to somebody, because you don't know what kind of day they're having. So I want you all to have a nice day, and I'll check back later.